Welcome back, guys, and we're still playing Artifacts, and let's hope my computer doesn't decide to implode this time. Worried. I'd had it on all day and it decided that I didn't appreciate that, which is fair enough, and I actually don't hate this too much. I've got card draw, I've got quite a few playables, I've got Biden, so I mean I'm pretty happy with this. Got all my colours as well, which is pretty nice. There's the third mana, which I kind of was really happy about. So I think I'll drop this turn 2 and then Capsule and crack it turn 3. And then we'll take it from there. This guy is dropping ooh, it's an equipment deck. I haven't seen one of these literally ever. The only good equipment in my opinion is the indestructible axe. Yep, that thing. Dark Seal axe. But yeah. This thing just gets equipment and can put it on the battlefield, isn't it? This is pretty useless with the axe because the axe is really cheap. But who am I to judge? They need to, I don't know. What was that axe in the last game? The one that gave it wasn't an axe, it was a sledgehammer. Lifelink, trample, +3/+3 or something like that. I can't remember. That would be a nice equipment to give us. But that's asking too much. But let's get on to this game where things make sense. He's playing that, he's probably going to equip it. That's going to be quite a few damage coming my way, but then Titleist Strix will just trade with it. Which I'm fine with. He's, yep, going to swing in here. I'm going to take the damage. Go down to 17, and then this turn I'll draw 2 cards. And then this guy will be a 2/1 as well, so he can trade with the axe, which I'd probably do, to be honest. But let's play the land. Shouldn't have done that first main, but who's counting? No one pays attention on my videos, let's hope. Otherwise, I'd probably have a fit, and yeah. I think this is the play. I don't mind going down to 14. Can cast this and then crack it this turn. And help me get some, I don't know, some more options here. Maybe I draw an Angelic Edict if he equips this up with something else. Reprisal as well. I don't know. We'll see what happens. He has 1 off Baneslayer, which is always something I'm scared of. Next turn, if he doesn't drop anything, I will just Sigil Blessing for. I mean, that's 6 damage, I guess, but I suppose it's not the worst use in the world, but you think he'd like to have got a couple more creatures out with that. And now I'll basically get an inspiration for 3, which is pretty nice. I guess we'll see what we do here. There's the Angelic Edict, but unfortunately no lands. There's a slow land. And I can cast the Sculptor and the... No, I can't cast the Sculptor and the Titleist Strix, unfortunately. Yeah, that's right. That's sad, but I didn't have the black or blue sources for that. It's kind of demanding, the Titleist Strix. It's kind of unusual to see 2 in my hand. I only run 2. But then again, I am seeing 2 Ethereal Sculptors as well. So I can't be too fussy. Unfortunately, that's me done this turn. Didn't mean to press the timer stop there. You know, I'm just terrible at this game and I can't coordinate. But this should keep us 3-2 back for a while at least. Unless he's got, like, I don't know, Righteous Blow, but he still needs to attack. But I can't think of anything he could have, basically. With 4 mana. There's a Warmongers. I mean, that thing's kind of useless unless you've got Defender, which he doesn't really have in these colours. Well, it's not useless, it's +2. Well, I will just absolutely trade here. Swift Justice, I mean, I'll get it out of his hand. Well, he's just gonna, wow. Absolutely take that trade, that thing was equipped up. Well, I think I'm gonna take this turn to get a bit cheeky right now. So drop this thing. And drop the Biden. And then draw a card, which is always nice. But yeah, I haven't seen an equipment deck. It's interesting to see how this pans out for him. I think he was running a bit over 60 cards. I wasn't paying attention. Just he's got 6 there, and well, actually, he might have been running 60 cards. Yeah, I think he was running 60 cards. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Got an Angelic Edict up next turn as well now, so if I just drop a Baneslayer, I've got an answer for it. Well, Creepy Doll, I'm going to Angelic Edict that because that gets pretty ridiculous with all this equipping he can do. Plus, it's like the only way in my deck I can deal with it. mean, it's not even a waste of a turn because I get to draw 2 cards just from my attacking in. And apparently that was enough for this guy. Didn't like the Angelic Edict. I don't know. I don't like Creepy Doll. I mean, I am playing an Artifacts deck, so if I was ever tempted to run it, I think it would be this deck. But even still, it's just not my card. Like it's just average. Like it's a 1/1 with the possibility of removing something. Even the only thing it's good with is Avarice Amulet, and I don't like playing combos like that. But if this guy's just gonna let me draw a million cards, I love Biden. I'm not even gonna lie. I love Biden with all my heart. Courier's Capsule is kind of useless now just because I've got all this ridiculous card draw. It's okay. Let's try and get as ridiculous as possible here. So drop you. I mean, you could have the board wipe, but I've got Sanctum Gargoyles, so I'm not too worried about that. And I'll drop the Espazor, and then that'll be my turn, I think. I mean, I could drop this guy, but he's only going to be a 1/1. He might just be a 1/1. No, he'd be a 3/1, so yeah, I think I will cast this guy as well. If I had Glaze Fiend out, this would have been a devastating turn. But yeah, I'm going to call it ends on that. That's pretty much lethal next turn. If I've done my maths right. I'm just playing around the board wipe. Well, he didn't have the board wipe, he had a Mersmith. I mean, he must be thinking artifact deck and not an equipment deck, I don't know. But this is a pretty solid victory for me right now. Swinging max out here and see what the damage is. Draw another million cards, and then Juggernaut's definitely going to untap here most likely. Well, he's not dead, but he's basically dead. Sigil's Blessing is just going to trade. To be honest, I don't really understand this guy's deck. I will draw all the cards here. Reprisal, Glaze Fiend. You know what, I think I might try and be a bit silly and try and see how big I can get Glaze Fiend next turn. So I'll cast the Glaze Fiend, play a land, and then just cast this guy because he makes everything cheaper as well. And then next turn I should just, maybe I'll get Glaze Fiend like a 10/10, just for fun. And then pass turn right now. I don't think if he didn't have the board wipe last turn, he's not going to have it this turn. I've got Reprisal up as well. But yeah, I'm just going to show you how devastating Glaze Fiend can be. I mean, obviously this guy doesn't have a board, but let's just pretend he did. I don't want to bounce here. Savage Slasher. Just bounce him because he's the cheapest. Well, that's pretty ridiculous because this thing costs 0. So yeah, let's get this down first. Glaze Fiend's going to get bigger. This is why Glaze Fiend is my favorite card in this deck. Drop a Capsule. I mean, yeah, if this was a real person, I wouldn't be doing this, but best thing is I can bring stuff back from the graveyard as well. I mean, yeah. Yep, see, the game's kind of getting a bit scared right now. This thing cost 1. See, well, I did it for an achievement, so you can't even say it was a waste of time. I'm not sure if that pops up on your screen, but I just got Spellstorm. I don't even know what that is, but I guess we'll find out. Bring back Juggernaut, because this only cost 1. See, I mean, this thing would be able to take on Kozilek right now. Soon we'll be able to take on Emrakul. And yeah. Well, that's what I call a pretty ridiculous turn, if I do say so myself. Even bring back the Courier's Capsule. Just, I don't know, I'm just having a bit of fun here. Sorry if this is boring, but I'm just seeing how big I can get this guy in 18/19, I mean, it's pretty good. But yeah, let's stop messing around now and just kill this guy. So yeah, I mean, that's why I love Glaze Fiend. Oh wow, look at the board. I've never seen it play out like that. That's quite interesting. Like the layout of the board right there. But yeah, that's kind of why I love artifacts. But let's try and get game 2. I've tried on Win Doll's game before, and it just it doesn't. I'm not compatible with him, so let's see if Slack is up for it. Come on, Slack, don't let me down. Yeah, Slack's good. Well, yeah. I mean, I do like artifacts. It's pretty satisfying when you do turns like that. Obviously, it was kind of just a waste there, but you know what? I almost don't hate this because I'm gonna keep it. I mean, I've got a bunch of card draw, so surely I'll draw something of use. If I draw a fast land, that would be pretty nice. I mean, it's not the strongest hand I've ever kept, I'm not gonna lie. But you can't always have a sculptor in every starting hand, so this guy seems to be debating long and hard on whether he likes his hand or not. And in the end, he's kept it, or been stuck with it. I don't know if he's run out of time. Please don't time stall me. He readied up, so he was here. That's what we do now. Ah, he's gone. Well, you know what? I can't be bothered to play a computer. I'll be back in game 2. And we are back, and we're playing Pop Doll or something like that. I don't know. Pop Ball. Let's see this hand. I kind of like it. It's kind of low end stuff, but I mean, I've got a bit of ramp. And I'm trying to play stuff off turn because I always generally try and do that, but that's I'm a cheater. But I mean, I've got all my colours as well, which is obviously pretty nice. Sanctum Gargoyles can be nice if he's got removal, but I don't know, I just kind of need like a Master of Ethereum off the top would be pretty nice right now. Just kind of need something on the heavier end, just like a bomb to hit this guy with. But we'll see what he drops now. He drops he could, well, that's 3 colours right there. Loyal Pegasus is a card I don't see often, but he can't attack with it this turn, so I mean, I've got all the time in the world right now. Caster Plains, Ethereum Sculptor. I think next turn I'll be able to sculpt it and Doxyl Ingot, which is going to be pretty nice. But I guess we'll see what this chap decides to drop here. I mean, he needs something with haste if he wants to swing with this Loyal Pegasus. It's a card I don't really see, but it's a pretty good card. A 2/1 flying for 1 is pretty nice. Well, there's the haste he needed, so that's a pretty good combination, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'll just block his Goblin token all day, but I mean, I suppose, I don't know. We ramp one more turn and then at Sanctum Gargoyle I'll be able to block his, or Mersmith actually. I kind of want to get some tokens out, so how can I do this? Play Mersmith. I don't think I can draw a card off Mersmith this turn. So yeah, I'm just going to stick to my original plan right now. Of just ramping up a little bit further. I mean, he might not attack in with his Rabble Master right now, but I guess we'll see. Does he even leave? Actually, I can cast a bunch of creatures right now. That's pretty ridiculous. Let's just get Salvage Slasher out there. And then I might keep his Rabble Master back. That was a pretty good turn for me as well. I didn't realize, I just always underestimate the power of the cost reductions and stuff like that. But yeah. Pretty good turn for me right there. Loyal Pegasus can't attack or block alone. I'll just chump his 1/1 and then the flying is what I'm scared of right now. There's another Loyal Pegasus, so that's kind of worst case scenario. But I think I'll keep his Rabble Master and the Sanctum Gargoyle will be able to block his flyers. Don't think the Rabble Master comes in here. Yep, I was right. So just take this thing down. Could have Coordinated Assault, but I'm really not bothered. Because I've already got quite a bit of ramp going on right now, but Reprisal is going to be nice. I think I'm just going to start getting a couple of token gens out. So I might just cast the Sanctum Gargoyle for 0. That'll just keep him back for a turn. And I'd get a token from it as well. Highly doubt he's running Anger of the Gods in his deck. Still yet to see what blue does in this deck. But I guess we'll find out. But that Sanctum Gargoyle just stops 4 damage a turn basically. So I'm pretty fine for casting that for dry and getting a 1/1 token from it. And these can't block alone as well. I mean, it's quite a heavy cost for a 2/1 for 1, like the whole can't attack or block alone. But in his deck with Rabmaster is pretty good. Well, there's another one. There's a whole family of Pegasus. This 1/1's just going to keep dying though, and these flyers are pretty, I don't think he'll be coming in this turn. Yep, so that 1/1's just a cannon for my Ethereum Sculptors. If he ever drops something too big, I've got Reprisal in hand. I'd love a bit of card draw right now, to be honest. Well, there's a land, which isn't great. I'm not sure I can really do anything this turn. I think I could come in with Mersmith, because he'd have to double block with the Pegasus, and that's just going to be death. Yeah, so I think the Mersmith will start applying a bit of pressure with him. I don't mind losing Mersmith, because he'd have to sacrifice a Rabblemaster or two 2/1s. Yep. It's the only attack I could really make there. And pass turn. I've got Reprisal open if he does drop something scary. But I guess we'll see what he drops now. He's down to 1 card, and there's a Frost Lynx. Oh, he's going to tap down my 2/3. Yep. So I'm going to get hit for 6 this turn, which isn't great. So I'm kind of glad I did keep him back a couple turns, otherwise I'd be close to death right now. Even the Rabblemaster coming in well. Well, no, the Rabblemaster's staying back. This is an interesting game. We're both top decking fairly early on. But it's the only block I can make. Let's go hope I draw, I don't know. Shardland Sphinx would be really nice right now. Some Espresso would even be nice. But land is not what I wanted to see. Suffering a minor flood right now. This thing's going to stay tapped down for 1 more turn as well. So I'm literally dead unless I draw a flying guy. Yeah, because I'll take 6 and the turn after I'll take 4. So that's kind of sad. I don't know, I'm just gonna hope he tries to buff one or something like that so I can reprisal it. At the minute I'm on death's door unless I top deck a flying creature, which is pretty sad. Loyal Pegasus is showing its worth right now. That's got me an even faster clock. I don't even know what I need right now. Bushback is that's literally just me dead, I think. Without any buff. Did he just cast it for what? No, he did. He buffed it. I think it's because with Rabblemaster I can reprisal that, but it might be a bit too late right now. Okay, he's coming all in. Let's give him Rabblemaster back, damn it. Might have to do some pretty unfavourable blocks right now. Just block this thing down. Can't block the flying guy, so that's 3/6/9. So I have to block down everything. Nah, I'm dead, no matter what here. Yeah. Because this guy's unblockable, the Trident She Stalker. And that's 11 right there, so I was dead. Lone Pegasus, really good card. I mean, especially if you can get quite a few of them out early like that guy did. But let's try and play a third game versus Jack of all trades. Let's see if he's up for the challenge. That was a pretty fast game. It just he was fairly fast, and the Pegasus are really good if you can abuse them like that guy did. So that's 2 decks. We've seen an equipment deck, and we've seen I'll keep this every day of the week. We've seen an equipment deck and Lone Pegasus deck. So everyone's just playing weird decks today. But didn't want to see a land there. But I mean, Glaze Fiend comes out turn 2, Sculptor comes out turn 3, and then we'll see if we can get going from there. But love to just draw some artifacts right now to make Glaze Fiend a bit better. In his colours, you really can just bounce Glaze Fiend. You can counter, I guess, but I'm sure he wants to save his counter for something better than as an all-1 for 2. Well, it hits the field, so I mean, I'm pretty happy about that. See what this guy does. I mean, he could. I don't know. This could get a bit dodgy. Try and hit him for 2 next turn. We'll just play it as his reaction. If he is Simic, there's a lot of stuff he can be. He can just be card draw. He can be counters. He can be big creatures. We don't know. But Frost Lynx is gonna tap this thing down for about 2 million turns. It's kind of sad, but I'm still gonna play this Sculptor next turn. So I mean, I might as well play a slow land, and then Angelic Edict's nice if he ever drops like a Pelican Worm. But Juggernaut's gonna come out next turn and take her from there. Well, I'm not even sure if I really want to play Juggernaut because Glaze Fiend won't get buffed because he's still gonna be tapped down. Frost Lynx is a really annoying card. He's on 4 mana already, and I know he's 1 turn ahead of me, so that's not too surprising. But I don't know. Hopefully, I just want to win this 2 out of 3 today, but it's not looking likely so far. Anyway, who knows? Maybe this guy doesn't have a play. He doesn't. So, I mean, you could just have counters. I might even play that first, just try and bait out the counter, even though he's clearly not going to counter that. Well, he's quicking in before it attacked in, which is kind of a mistake. Because he could have killed my creature right there. He's bouncing the frost, so he's a bounce deck, we know that. So, fortunately, I'm not going to attack in. And I'm going to assume he's not got counters. That's what I'm going with right now. I mean, I could have played Blaze Fiend first, but I thought it stayed tapped down. Am I just going crazy right now? I don't know. I think I've read the card wrong somewhere, but I guess we'll find out because he's going to tap down my Juggernaut. And it's not going to untap until the creature dies, which is pretty sad, obviously. Because, well, I mean, I could just reprisal. Well, Species Gorge is getting reprisalled, and that's going to solve my problem. I hope he swings in. Yeah, perfect. He's going to get himself hit for a lot right now. Especially if I draw a cheap artifact. But I've just got to remember this Juggernaut is basically needs something to die when that Frostlings hits the field. And we did draw a cheap artifact, which is pretty ridiculous. So cast you, cast Dark Seal Ingot. This thing gets buffed a little bit. Reprisal the 6/6. And then, you know what I'm thinking I could have done there? I'm not sure. I think I could have swung with the Juggernaut, then reprisalled it, and then he would have untapped, which I think that's how it would have worked. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I do think I'm going to read this card now, actually. Yeah, so I mean it would have worked that way. So that was a horrible mistake by me. I just kind of need to hope he tries to kill my Juggernaut next turn. Otherwise, I'll just kind of. Is it when a creature dies? Yeah, I don't think Exile works for that, obviously. But we would have just tapped it down anyway, so actually I'm fine with that. That didn't cost me the game, basically. Well, he tapped down this instead. Because he knows this stays tapped down, I guess. But I hit him for a big shot there. He's trying to top deck like a master or something, would be pretty nice. I haven't seen him all day so far. Which is kind of sad. As reprisal. Could kill my own 5/5, but I don't really see the point of that. Can't really do anything this turn, so if this comes to a race, he's going to beat me unless he drops a big creature next turn, because then I can reprisal it and get my 5/5 back. I guess we'll see, though. You might think I'm running counters or something. Time Warp isn't great. I have nothing to do with that. Just hope he drops a big creature first main. I'll reprisal that in response, untap my guy, and then I kill his Frostlings and hopefully try and win the battle that way. Could double block this thing, and that means he wouldn't be able to bounce it. I don't really have any need for them anymore. Yeah, I think actually I'm going to double block right now. Because my biggest artifact costs 6 apart from Dark Steel and the Golem. And it's going to be a while before I get him out. And this one taps it anyway as well, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, I think that's the right decision to make. Obviously he gets his turn straight back, but I can just reprisal any big creature he drops. So I took out his Frostling, so that's one of his bounce fodders gone. And I don't know, this is going to be a close race, I think. I've got quite a bit of removal, which I'm happy about. I don't know if he drops some big guys. Just kind of want a master off the top to be brutal, or like a Mersmith. Well, there's a big guy, and this was getting reprisalled in response. On his end step, actually. He should attack in here. He doesn't. Reprisal. Kill a 6/6. And let's get this ball rolling. Hopefully we draw an artifact so our Glaze Fiend can come in as well. We did not. Could exile a thing and then hit him for 7. But we're most likely going to hit him for 7 anyway, so I see no point to. Well, no, we'd hit him for the same amount anyway, so I mean, I highly doubt he blocks here. Yep, he takes it. He's down to 5. 4, my bad. Cast a land. Just pass the turn here and hope he doesn't drop a Pelican one. Even if he does, I mean, I do get to exile it, so I think this is kind of a close game. I don't feel safe, so it'll be interesting to see how this. Baron Chris is something I'm not worried about at the minute. But if he's got another big scary creature, I mean, that's just going to be a block fodder. If he comes in here, I will exile the crayfish. Well, yeah, because I'm going to exile this, and hopefully I've got the game right now. Well, no, because this thing doesn't untap. Hang on. Yep. Trade with the Glazed Fiend, so this thing untaps. Exile the blocker, and I should win the game. I think that's the right play. Obviously, I did just. I mean, if he drops another creature right now, I'm going to feel like an idiot. He did not. Well, Sanctum Gargoyle was a pretty good draw anyway. Take out the crayfish. Unless he's got a counter spell. He needs to counter this. Peel from Reality is a card I haven't seen yet, and that's really worked well for him right now. It's kind of frustrating. At least you haven't seen that card played against me yet. And it's worked pretty well for him. But I do get him for 3 right now, so he is down to 1. It's typical. If he killed my Juggernaut instead, I would have won the game right now. So yeah, he needs to stay back to block or something like that. And there. Sanctum Gargoyle, what does that bring me back? Just Glazed Fiend for flying damage, or... I think it just brings me back Glazed Fiend for flying damage. There's a crayfish again. I keep calling it crayfish even though it's like Crasis. But it's now a fish. Well, it is a fish beast anyway, so it is a crayfish, as far as I'm concerned. This guy's been really confident. If I did have another bit of removal, he'd be dead right now. But, I think first things first, I'll force the trade right now. Then I'll try and outbeat him with creatures, I think. Yep, so he doesn't have any abilities, I don't think. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've only got 7 mana, so there's really no point trying to... Okay, good. So this thing's set off. It's savage. Get this guy, because I can play Juggernaut next turn and make him a bit bigger. Play him this turn as well. Yeah, just force this guy to have something. If he drops a Pelican, I'm going to be really upset. He has one guy, he's got all the green he needs. I don't know, this is I don't feel safe. I'm down to 10. And this guy may be on 1, but he could drop something like that. If he copies that, does it have its enter the battlefield effect? It does, I think. Yeah, that's quite funny. He has to bounce the other Quickling, and then yeah, he's pretty much screwed himself right now. Well, he can block and then chuck one. Yeah. That's quite funny. Quickling. I mean, he should have done the instant speed, because I think that buys him a turn. No, it doesn't buy him a turn. Yeah, I've got 2 blockers. So I think he just did that for fun. Yep, Jack of all trades is gone. Drop the jug, and that's won me the game. So we did manage to win 2 out of 3, which I'm happy with. And yeah, computer doesn't sound like it's exploding this time, so I can do a more measured goodbye. Yeah, computer never gives up. And yeah, I do like this artifacts deck. I'm already tentatively working on next week's deck, not because I hate artifacts, just because I'm trying to keep ahead of schedule right now. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of stuff I might have forgotten in yesterday's video because I had to leave so suddenly. But yeah, nothing really much happening. Got that that was really nice getting that achievement there. I think it was cast a bunch of spells probably, and getting an 18 power Glazed Fiend is always pretty nice, or 17 power, whatever it was. That's pretty funny, especially if you've been on like 20 life. But you know, these things don't always work out that way. But yeah. So I mean, I like artifacts. I like the efficiency of them. I think like the whole stuff you can cast that gets really cheap, so you can cast like 5 things in 1 turn. I really do like that. It's pretty nice, the mana efficiency. But yeah, I mean, not much else to say really. I will see you tomorrow with more artifacts, and hopefully we can get another win, or a couple of wins. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow.